Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
The Nittany Lions have 1st and 10 here. He'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
And the Nittany Lions trying to cash in here in the red zone. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. It's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first and hopefully many more for this young man.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner decides to fair catch this. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. That gain is good enough for a 1st down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Back in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. No huddle here for the offense. Defensive backs up at the line, showing the press. Caught behind the line. It's Sampson. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. Past the 20, at the 10. Finally goes out of bounds, but a huge play by this offense to wrap up the 1st quarter. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And it'll be Smoother right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. When they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal. And if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
So denied on back-to-back runs. Now it's 3rd down and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Now they get set to kick it away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
The back's got it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. Running it back, it's Brown. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? And a sophomore making an impact play.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Looking for his big tight end. Caught over the middle is Cross. An effective play, good for a 1st down at the 35.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
Handoff here from the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
The Nittany Lions pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Going for a big play downfield. Oh, and he's got it down inside the 20. They finally bring him down, but he makes it inside the 15-yard line. 1st down in great scoring position.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And the Nittany Lions line up on 1st and 10 now. On the ground, it's Smith. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Still no answer for this offense. See if they can convert the point after. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to move this one away. Here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? On first down, it's play action. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Here's a screen pass to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Great job here by the defense of sniffing out this screen. You can see the defensive linemen, the linebackers, everybody running to that running back. Because of that team pursuit, it's a big loss for the defense.
So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. The punt team making their way on the field. He's on to boot it away now. And off the bounce, that punt will roll out of bounds. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. First down here for this offense. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held them just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
He hands it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Tough running there. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. That was an excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Back's got it again. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Short return, tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Quarterback escapes the pocket. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Catch made on the right side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. It's a quick grab. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And looking to throw now on first down. Looks to the left, pass caught. Gets into space at the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Quick throw to his receiver. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This will likely be the last play of the half. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. There was no receiver in the area, and looks like it'll be an intentional grounding call. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And it's likely they'll take one last shot here before halftime. Trying for a 4th down completion. Airing this one out toward the sideline. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to begin the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. And the running back takes the handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle.
Boy, positive yards there on.
And they heave it deep downfield. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the defense look slow that time. PAT is good, makes the score 21-7. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
That makes the score Penn State 21, LSU 7.
That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. State offense comes back on the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big...
Hurry by the right. Ball down at the 43-yard line. Second down coming up.
Okay, ready?
Second down after that run on the previous play.
Convoy! Cobra!
Takes the handoff. It's Smith. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44?
Fire!
Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He's running out of time here. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Quarterback keeps the football. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I like what the offense coordinator's trying to do here to try to keep the defense off balance by mixing up his play calling. But hey, you got to give the defense a lot of credit. They're not fooled at all on this play. Nice tackle for a loss here against the option.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down.
Here we go!
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2.
Green 25!
Looking to pass. It's Hill. Lets it fly to the wideout. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Short return tackle at the 21, but that's a huge takeaway for this defense.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Nittany Lions move into the red zone. First down. They're going to throw the football. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Chris, what a shock, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
At the 18-yard line. Third down coming up.
That run sets up a critical third down play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Able to get the ball back, but it could still be a drive killer.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. He's very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
They've converted one of their two fourth down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a third attempt right here. To the air, it's Hill. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Penn State.
And Chris, we finally have a great play here by this offense. A nice touchdown throw by this quarterback. This is his first touchdown pass, not only in this game, but the first of the season. So congratulations to him.
Now the all-important extra point. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And the LSU offense will take over. First and 10.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Now it's second down here. Looks right for a quick completion. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Past the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, LSU. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. And you can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
And they tack on the extra point.
28, LSU 14.
On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that previous play.
Jackrabbit.
Dropping back. It's Hill. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid game, getting closer to midfield now.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Okay.
Getting set. Here's second down.
Double right. Ready, go.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is you leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right flat's open, the quarterback makes the right throw. Look at these yards.
And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
And the offense will stay out there. They are 2 for 3 so far on fourth down tries.
Here we go.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Defense is coming after him. Finds his man, has the first down. And he's in the clear down the right side, end zone ahead. No stopping him, takes it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Boy, the timing here is essential between the quarterback and the receiver. You got to find that window between the linebackers. He does it, puts the ball right on the money. And then how about the speed after the catch by the receiver for the touchdown?
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. This should be the last play of the quarter. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Ball carrier brought down. What is the final play of this third quarter?
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Penn State 35, LSU 14.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. So that is a call to remember. The interception wiped away by a pass interference penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And he drops back in the gun. And now another deep ball here. He's got it near the end zone. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal. The offense in scoring position with a new set of downs. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Well, that interception interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Looking for a gap, it's Smith. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
325. Lasso.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Let's it go quickly. And the ball is picked off. Return to pick 6. Touchdown Tigers.
Chris, how about the defense coming up with a huge play here? Not only the turnover, but it leads them to a score with a touchdown on this interception. Now they're trying to get back into this game. They may have a shot to make it a lot closer than what we thought.
Point after, up and good.
35. LSU 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there.
And your Penn State Nittany Lions will take over 1st and 10.
And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. The shotgun handoff here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Ready up.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. A bullet, but it's incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
The Nittany Lions will bring their punt team onto the field. On to punt now for the first time today. And here's the return. Oh, and he's got a crease here. Look out. And the returner is brought down.
LSU offense will take over 1st and 10.
That Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce. And the ball to the ground. Looks like the defense has it.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hand on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Offense on the field to take over. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
On the ready.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense?
Lion. Slab. Under.
And the tailback's got it again. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Got it.
Solid gain in the running play. 3rd down now.
Set. Bang.
Using his legs. It's Wallace. And moves the ball to the 35. Another 1st down.
Well, that's a big play here for this running back. Let's face it, he hasn't had a great day. But I'll tell you what, when it really matters to be able to convert like that, help keep that clock moving, they're getting closer to a victory.
On the
And the
set.
Nittany Lions with 1st and 10 here.
Convoy. 42 Spider.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Important 2nd down play coming up. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
The Nittany Lions pick up 1st down yardage to keep the drive going.
22. Jackrabbit.
As a design quarterback keeper. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Okay, ready?
The quarterback now all alone in the backfield. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. And he throws the ball out of bounds there. Smart not to take a sack on that play. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is, and they do a good job of it right here.
Cricket. Go.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense.
Terrier. Terrier. Lion. Go.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Ready.
They'll go for it on 4th down for a 5th time. They're 3 for 4 so far today.
Over. Hold. Ready.
Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll toss it to the back. He did not make the first down yardage. It's a big stop for this defense as they try to cut into this lead.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Trying to create here on the move. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. That last catch, Kirk, puts him over 150 receiving yards in the game. Let's start checking the record books. This guy's making a push.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter what the defensive coordinator calls, whether they play man, whether they play zone. The quarterback has been able to find this guy all day long for such a huge day.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
At this point in the game, Chris, these guys have got to get the ball thrown downfield. You're down by a couple possessions. The clock is becoming your enemy. You need vertical shots downfield. These short gains are not going to help you.
And it's incomplete as he just overthrew his receiver that time. After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. No huddle now for the offense. Here's that defense shifting again. There's the handoff. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Tries the right with a quick throw. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Hit as he gets the pass away. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the comeback is on.
This offense has done what's been asked of them. They get the touchdown. Now it comes down to can you recover the onside kick to give yourself a shot.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. It looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. And a timeout taken now by the defense. 15 seconds to play.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. And the defense steps in here to call time with 12 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, LSU.
Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. It's a fumble. The defense recovers the fumble. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback drops back, fires it to the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And a timeout is taken. Just 2 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, LSU.
First down here for this offense. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. And it's a bunch formation. To throw, it's Raiola. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And he's just going to go down as the time runs out of this ballgame. Well, Kirk, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coach team, who's going to execute better, and just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that